man, what a touching episode. This dude, Thorfinn, actually fucking did it. He changed the king's mind. And in such a freaking way. What's up, it's your boy Syndrome. Come back at you with another analysis / reaction video. I kid you not, that's my real name. And man, Vinland Saga did not disappoint. Less action in this episode, but the drama, man, the cup was filled to the motherfucking brim. So we open it, and Canute right out the gate says, "Oh, can you stop me?" So we continue right off, where we left from last episode. And then, he tells him, basically, you're gonna stop me, you're gonna do this, that, and the third. And we see his father, King Swin, whispering in his ear, basically saying, like, why would you even reveal your plan to this dude? He's a sheep. We just culled him. We skin him and we move the fuck on. We take from him, from them what we need, and that's it. Like, you're a shepherd. You don't need to tell the sheep what you're gonna do with them. They serve a purpose. That's it. And we do what's best for them, which is just arrogant and defiant, against God. Just to think that you're gonna play that role. Think you can you basically can take a men's lives, and that's cool. It's all good. Nah, man. Thorfinn, he cut straight through that. It's not like he saw Swin, but he stopped Swin in his word, right dead in his tracks. He told him, Swin was like, this dude is dangerous. He has the potential to lead the herd astray and drive him potentially off the cliff. All it takes is one sheep to dismantle the plans of the shepherd. Throw everything to chaos. And he's telling him to do his job as a king. Telling Canute. And Canute, he's shocked by the answer that he gets from Thorfinn. He's like, straight up, what I'm telling you what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run away. And Canute's just like, I see, this is the path you chose. Look at this. He can't believe it. The simplicity and the kind of audacity, you would have to say this. He's like, you simply gonna run to my face? Hey, no, there's no schemes, no ulterior motives. I don't have an ace up my sleeve. He's telling him, like, you're just barehanded revealing your plan just like that. See, this is why I fucks with you, and it's amazing that what honesty will get you. It's simple, like I said, but it's earnest. There's no deceit anywhere within that plan. And then they go, back and forth, kind of like in dialogue with their ideas, their ideologies. Because he's telling them that, you're going to oppress a lot of people, but you're actually going to save more people than you're going to oppress. Even though it's brutal. And I was like waiting for his objection. He didn't, throw any barbs in there, or any objections or anything like that. He just trusted Thorfinn, because he knows that Thorfinn's plan might be simple, but it's not that simplistic in the follow through. And he even feels kind of probably embarrassed that he got beat up. King Canute does it, just to tell him this to his face. And then Thorfinn also just tells him that there's gonna be people that you can't save. That's what I'm gonna be there for. I'm gonna fill in the hole, for the place where for the people, those who slip through the sieve, or basically get overlooked and you look past. So I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna run as far as I can to get to a place where I can make a secure land for those that are not fit for your kingdom, those who be cast out, those who be castigated, those who be persecuted. And his men are shocked, when Canute's laughing. He's like, well, maybe this is our leader. This is the guy that is at the top. And because Canute was just shocked. Most people look to bargain with him. Most people have some kind of angle to play in their peace talks. Thorfinn just simply lays it out. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna get away from you, out of the reach of your kingdom, and I'm gonna create a place where people can belong. And you're like, can you outrun my kingdom? We'll see. I'm gonna run as far as I can, but I'm not gonna fight. I'm gonna hold to my peaceful ways. I'm gonna hold to MLK methodology for the most part, basically. and he's telling like, yeah, I've never participated in something so ridiculous. Peace talks are I gain nothing, but you're just telling me the straight truth, but that's why he can trust him, and that dynamically changes his ways. And he's like, well, they try to hash out some details, but he doesn't. He could, like King Swin says, cut him down right there on the spot. But he acknowledges. He's like, man, Vikings could produce someone like you, someone this beautiful. You're a beautiful man because you stand by your words and you really truly mean them. You don't look to get around me. Like, there's so many men in this show that are not, they have misplaced thoughts of masculinity, of manhood. Thorfinn standing on his own, on his ideals, and he ain't budging a damn bit. He might have, had to compromise here or there a little bit, but everybody has to. You can't, you can't be unbending, unyielding. And even Canute, he's yielding a lot to a commoner. And his father said, he was like, why are you doing this for him? Because he knows that this man walks in greatness. He's meant for greatness. And it's such a sacrifice to meet the road he's walking along. He's doing it not just for himself, for redemption, but for the sake of others. Truly living a life for other people, and taking that L, because he doesn't have to. He's a strong dude. He could be fighting on the front lines. He could be serving him. He could be serving himself and just out there trying to carve a kingdom opposed to this guy. Or it's a place where he rules with power. He seeks to be someone who guides the people, not rules over them. And man, that's a crown that nobody wants to pick up and wear. But man, it's just such a magnanimous episode, and just shows you that Thorfinn has such a heart for the people, and he truly has changed his ways. Like you said, the fact that he could be produced by the Vikings, such an enlightened man has ever existed among these people. This show, of course, it's a work of fiction, but I'm sure there are people that thought they probably were cut down because they were dangerous, like you said, to the the ruling powers, the monarchy, because they represented idea, and idea is more dangerous than the man, because that idea spreads, people change their ways, and the old system is no longer valid, and you have to deal in that, and it undercuts your power and authority as a king, or someone magistrate, or someone who has wields a lot of power. And this is still a samsara cycle happening in our society worldwide, different places. And you see people like Omar's brother. He's shocked by the the development. The ships leave, and we see that Thorfinn has really brought about the change that he talked about. He said really, you're not gonna leave the farm alone. He was like, we didn't get any word from Canute, but his actions spoke volumes. He left, Floki, his commander, one of his commanders, was heavily disappointed, pissed off. Even his, his captain asked him, what the hell are you doing? He's like, well, I'm trying not to make world work for Thorfinn, which Thorfinn told him straight to his face. That's another thing. He's very frank with him. And he says, don't increase my workload. Yeah, I'm running, but I ain't open to see. You feel me? I'm trying to create a kingdom, not kingdom. I'm trying to create a place for people to belong, like Linkin Park in that one song, "Where I Belong." And I'm gonna need you to stay out of my way. For the audacity for him to say that, but have no ill intent behind it, but kind of be just strongly admonishing the king. Who else can do that? But the man that put a scar on his face. And it's wild, that he feels comfortable saying that, but he's comfortable in himself. So he's comfortable where he's at, and other people feel displaced. Like I said, Omar's brother, he's gone searching for war because he has lost his place. Vikings weren't meant to be men that stand idly by and don't search for war. And Canute, he dynamically changes his strats. He gives up having a big army. He reduces his kingdom, his forces to a mere 16 ships when he had hundreds, because he couldn't afford them. He just let them go, but he still wields some power. And actually, the English people that he ruled over responded to that. They're the conquered, but they're being shown mercy by the conquerors, and they actually really put their trust in him. and showing that like he's not going to rule over him with an iron fist. Okay, he's willing to rule over you, kind of in a not democracy, but a tolerable monarchy. They swell their fealty truly, to him, and he realizes the kind of king he can be. And he says, I feel good about myself. I actually feel like I'm lessening in the workload for Thorfinn. Like you said, I'm not gonna have to pile up so many bodies, to rule. He's gonna expand his kingdom. He's gonna continue to move on. Like, it's just such a beautiful thing. And we get to see some other stuff, like, them going back to the farm, and he never gets the proper thanks because he let Omar, the younger brother, take the credit, and he actually thanks Thorfinn. He's like, I want to be like you. And I'm like, it's touching, man. This kid who wanted to fight, who's kind of like left, opened the door for this hostile takeover to happen, actually, bows his knee to Thorfinn, actually thanks him for saving his farm, saving his family, and he's grateful to him. And actually, Snake actually tells us his name. I forgot it, but he tells us his name, and that's a burden, a mark that's gone from him. The OOG, he doesn't really say it in words, but he thanks Thorfinn for helping him out, helping his family out. He got to see the man that his grandson would become. His grandson moved on to stop keeping a girl in the friend zone, just being an F buddy. He actually got with her proper, and he swears his allegiance to Einar, and Einar swears his allegiance to him. Thorfinn is saying that we gotta go on, brother. We gotta go create this land, create this place for people like Arnade. And they both say for Arnade, because when she was dying, she asked, why should I have to go on living? And Thorfinn couldn't give her an answer then, but he said, I want to fight for people like her. I want to create a place for people like her, and it's going to be in Vinland, that place beyond reproach, beyond the reach of war, and across the sea somewhere. And man, we're going to get there, man, but we'll see. So many developments, and yeah, like the way the king lent the ear to him, and Thorfinn actually got this shit done. Save the farm, no credit. He didn't even take a shilling of gold or silver with him, but he got what he wanted, and he came and did what he set out to do, which is just amazing. Amazing. This dude talked the king down basically by getting dealt blows. Pause. But then we're off. Next episode, we see him going home. It's a tearful reunion between him and his mom. I think he sees his sister jacking some dude up because she's a tough broad. But man, I can't wait to see that episode as well. I think this is going to be a close of the season, but man, what a great season. People that shit on the season for not being action-packed like I thought. The development, man, it's all about the development. Like developing land with the farmers, like it's ironic that, they were doing that because they were developing the plot. Because season 3, man, it's going to be some action. I already know that. But anyways, in the saga of V's, we're trying to stack V's on V's and make dubs.
Like, comment, share, subscribe if you
Thanks for watching. Check me out at Centron Anime, Centron Life, or Centron Laughs, or other social media.